Do people learn from history? Sure, people learn from history, but humanity as a whole seems to be extremely, sadly, lacking in this department. I would argue that if people did learn from history, religion would have been gone a long, long time ago. Because in the thousands of years that we've known religion, it has done nothing at a quick glance of history but divide humans. And not only does it divide humans, but it actually condemns the humans that do not share in these notions of unity and peace to a fiery, eternal torment. Not good, right? Just let me ask you a question. What's better for humanity? That we be divided against each other, or that we all unite and share in equality? Well, I would hope that you just answered, of course, unity is the best way to go. So, after thousands of years, what have we got here? We have not too much. Same old, repeating history. The holiest city in the world, Jerusalem, just happens to be the most war-torn. They've constantly had bombs and missiles flying all over the world at each other, back and forth. They shoot them out, they shoot them in. So what are we to do with all this? What did we learn from history? Let's ask one of our amazing founders of the great America what he thought of religion, and in this case, Christianity. This is a quote from the man, Thomas Jefferson. Millions of innocent men, women, and children since the induction of Christianity have been burnt, tortured, fined, and imprisoned. Yet we have not advanced 1 inch toward uniformity. What has been the effect of this coercion? To make half of the world fools and the other half hypocrites, to support roguery and error all over the earth. This is from Thomas Jefferson. Many Americans today are standing up and saying, oh no, the Muslims can't be here. They're trying to bring Sharia law on us. But I'm sorry, Christians, but if you just read the Bible, it has this thing called Mosaic law. And I think most Christians would actually agree with me that that is a horrendous law that no one should ever keep because it's straight up evil. In fact, the whole point of Christianity is that you get the salvation without actually having to keep the law that Jesus says you have to keep to get into eternity. So, what are we to do with this? Christians, do you imagine that your religion is a religion of peace? Let's see what Jesus has to say about that. This is from Matthew 10. Not peace, but a sword. Do not think that I have come to bring peace to the earth. I have not come to bring peace, but a sword. I have come to set a man against his father, and a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And one's foes will be the members of one's own household. So I've got to ask the question here. What kind of shitty God who loves everyone, who created humanity for the better of humanity, but seems to come to divide people rather than unify? It says it right there in black and white. Not peace, but a sword. I will divide. He's saying the very nature of this religion is that it's not going to bring people together. It's going to bring the people who agree with it together and who are engaged in this delusion, for lack of a better term there. But this isn't going to work. We have to bring down these social barriers that divide us all. And the way to do that is to stop with the nonsense and the social barriers that do divide us, like race, religion, creed, nationality. All these things divide people simply because they're not in the group of your ideal or your color or your race or religion or whatever. You know what I'm saying, man? But there is, coincidentally, in my opinion, something that does have a unifying quality, and that's called humanism. Stop thinking of man and woman, black and white, American and Iranian, Jewish or Christian, Christian or Muslim. We need to start putting in our minds that we only see other humans. Just seeing humans can only bring benefit over exclusion. We have to get there. This is our responsibility to do so. And the way to do so is by only seeing humans. Because, in fact, we are all humans.